F-94C jet becomes the test tube for an airman of the future on a mission in space. Flying patterns which produce gravity-free conditions, the jet simulates the weightlessness of spaceflight. In his special compartment, the pilot is not affected. The airman finds that water literally jumps from his reach. Likewise, solids would not stay on a plate because there's no gravitational force. So until scientists can devise a system of artificial gravity, this is one solution. Fingers that won't respond in a weightless world. Next, from no gravity to too much gravity. Excessive G-forces. This would occur when the airman blasts off in his spaceship. Upward acceleration increases body weight. At 6 Gs, the airman's weight increased 6 times. He has blacked out after only 5 to 10 seconds. The human equation in man's space dreams. Problems to solve before space flight becomes a reality.
Scientists probing the secrets of outer space ready 2 white mice and Albert the monkey for an amazing rocket ride.
Even as the teletypes around the world pick up the news, we wonder what being in orbit is like. We know that the sky is black and the stars are bright and steady.
Albert the monkey.
From motion pictures taken through the periscope of a Mercury spacecraft in orbit 100 miles up,
the spacecraft always remains between the Sun and the Earth, approximately 1 million miles away.
Albert the monkey.
and shown here at 48 times normal speed, we know that the Earth is blue and green and tan and streaked with white clouds, and that when the clouds break enough, the noonday sun is reflected like a gold coin on the sea, 100 miles below us, and the land and the oceans appear as they do on our maps. And that less than 30 minutes after seeing noon below us, we can watch the night rising to meet us over the Indian Ocean, a 90-minute day. Can you imagine being weightless, not feeling the pressure of that chair under you? If you were here, you wouldn't have to imagine. Weightlessness would be a fact of life, as real as you're swinging around the world once every 90 minutes. 17,500 miles an hour, 5 miles a second. Each dot a mile. San Francisco to New York in 10 minutes. BECO, or booster engine cutoff, takes place 2 minutes after liftoff. The escape tower is jettisoned. Altitude, 40 miles. Acceleration stress, 6 Gs. Acceleration stress, more than 7.5 Gs. SECO, sustainer engine cutoff, 100 miles up, 5 minutes after liftoff. The capsule separates from the Atlas, nudged by 3 small positrade rockets. G loading on the astronaut, 0, weightless. The automatic control system fires jets of gas to stop any unusual rolling, pitching, or yawing. Then the spacecraft is turned 180 degrees, putting the heat shield forward, tilted up 34 degrees. Speed, orbital, 17,500 miles an hour. After 3 orbits, the retro or braking rockets are fired. The spacecraft is slowed by only about 350 miles an hour, but enough to cause it to drop out of orbit. 40 seconds later, the retro pack is... The spacecraft is then placed in the re-entry attitude, 1.5 degrees nose down. It descends gradually for about 8 minutes. It begins to feel the first braking effect of the Earth's atmosphere. Altitude, about 55 miles. Temperature on the heat shield, 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Experiment after experiment was run to see if this extreme temperature would weaken or melt basic materials.
Altitude, 25 miles. Speed, nearly 15,000 miles an hour. Deceleration stress, mounting towards 7.5 Gs again, as the spacecraft slows from 17,500 miles an hour at an altitude of 55 miles to 270 miles an hour at an altitude of 12 miles, all in a little over 5 minutes. At just under 4 miles, 21,000 feet, the beam or drove parachute is released. A few seconds later, at 10,000 feet, the main chute opens. Seconds later, the impact bag is freed, and the spacecraft touches down at about 20 miles an hour.
"7 miles of wiring and 10,000 parts are shaped and stacked layer on layer in an area smaller than a telephone booth. Telephone.
Albert the Monkey. Albert the Monkey.
Telephone.
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 Carpenter reports significant new data back to Earth while on a path which takes him through 3 sunsets and 3 sunrises.
My status is good. Roger. Pitch minus 2.5, and you're right on. You're good. Roger. Reading you loud and clear,
I think this is real. This is real.
There's little to match the drama which develops just when it appears Carpenter's 3-orbit flight will end routinely. The high angle of the capsule at the time of the firing of the retro or braking rockets causes Carpenter to overshoot his intended landing area by 250 miles. Then, as the searing heat of re-entry builds up around his craft, all communication is lost. For long minutes, Mercury Control is unable to say whether Carpenter has survived the re-entry. The nation waits in tense, prayerful silence for an agonizing 35 minutes. Has Aurora 7's parachutes deployed to lower it to a safe landing in the sea? If they haven't, the capsule will pay off in a precision operation. Carpenter, reported safe in a rubber life raft, will soon be taken out by helicopter along with the parachutists. The threat of calamity is lifted. People breathe again. In the words of President Kennedy,
space expenditures will soon rise some more, from 40 cents per person per week to more than 50 cents a week for every man, woman, and child in the United States.
Telephone. Telephone.
Albert the Monkey. Albert the Monkey.
Telephone.
Albert the Monkey.
Telephone.
Albert the Monkey. Albert the Monkey. Albert the Monkey. Albert the Monkey. Albert the Monkey.
Telephone.
Albert the Monkey. Albert the Monkey.
Bullshit science. Bullshit science.
Albert the Monkey.